Sew with me an apron for my garden. All right, so here we are back again creating. So part of the video you will not see the entirety of what I did, but I'm going to talk about what I am doing. So I decided to bind my apron with the complementary fabric. The trim is about 1.5 inches, and I actually sewed the bias tape to the back of the apron, and then I folded it towards the front. I did it on both the, as you would call it, the underarm area of this apron. Um, it was easy to do. It just was a way to finish it off, so I didn't have to serge any of the edges or deal with doing some serging. Excuse me, I repeated myself. It just made it easier to do, and it was a nice cleaner finish, and I was able to use up the remnant fabric that I coupled with this canvas weight material. Moving right along, so now I am starting with the neck strap. I only sewed one side. This neck strap is a combination of the fashion fabric, which is the print, and a combination of the twill canvas-like material that I use for the body of the apron. The reason why I didn't finish it is because throughout the process of me doing any project, I ironed. So I was doing multiple items at once so that I can get this complete. You also see me sewing and attaching some fashion fabric to this large piece of fabric, which is the pocket. So, of course, I interface the top of the material fashion fabric. I ironed some 2 layers of pylon fusible interfacing. It's a lightweight, that's why it's 2 layers. And also it's 2 layers because it's thin. I wanted stability there because I plan to add a buttonhole, as well as I didn't want the pocket to be floppy from the non-stable fabric, or the weight, I guess you want to say. So here I am turning the fabric to cover the edge, as well as get it prepared to sew about 1/8 of an inch from the fold line of the fashion fabric. I did do some edge stitching so that it laid flatter and would not roll towards the front. I will say that I use a Juki DDL 8700. I purchased it probably about 2 years ago. I am so thankful. It's made my process of completing, especially basic items, it takes me way less time to get it done, and I am completely thankful of that. After, of course, I do all the ironing, I'm back sewing everything into place. I am back to my sewing machine or my iron. Now I am folding. I'm placing that fold in because I plan to have one section of this apron to have where I can use for tools and stuff. I will tell you that I ended up, I think I plan to go ahead and do some additional stitching because the pocket is just too long, because I've been using this apron and I do love it. But that's one part of the apron that kind of drives me nuts. But it's okay. All right, hey y'all, hey. We have made it to a midway point. I did not record everything because I knew it was going to take a minute, because part of the process of me making this apron, it was some designing that I did. So this is the pattern I use, which is a Butterick 1419. The apron pattern, the things that this is where I finishing off the strap. I did top stitching down both sides so that it would not roll one way or the other. Like I said, the process took a while because I did a lot of ironing throughout so that it just looks more finished and professional. The strap ended up being about 1.25 inches, and I was able to use some swivel hooks to be able to finish it off, and the length of it worked perfectly for what I used it for. What I changed about it, I did lengthen the apron probably another 6 inches, so it's actually a full yard. It wasn't that long, and then I extended the side a little bit, so it'll come around my hips a little bit more. I will pop a picture up so you can see it even better. It was produced or copyrighted in 2001. So the things that so you can see it pretty good, because I used the Cricut throughout the process is the other reason why I chose not to do all of it online, because I was trying to figure out some things. So I am to the point where I'm getting ready to attach the pocket to the garment. I created the watering can, and this looks like flowers. I wish I did more, but this is not the flower. I'll show you what it is. Well, I have to show you a piece of fabric. It's not going to show you the whole piece, because I only have scraps left from this print. Darn it, y'all. I'm sorry. I guess I should have took a picture prior to. But it looks like okay, so it's this motif right here. It looks like a flower, but all I did was I did the outline, and then I did an offset to get that shadowed look. I picked a gold and a black. I did heat press it with my regular heat press. And I created the watering can using the shapes in the Cricut. I just kind of put them all together. So it's this is one rectangle, another rectangle right here to give it more of an angled look. I think this is a pentagram. I use the pentagram and a hexagram. I think that's what I used. And then these are two oval shapes. I just kind of it's an oval shape. I just stretched it out and then did the cutout to get the hole. So that's what I did there. So the pocket was not part of the plan or part of that design. I decided to add it in because this is going to be my gardening apron. Duh. I do plan to right here. I plan to actually make a smaller pocket on this side for a garden tool, like my shovel or my mini shovel or my snips or something, so that I can put it on this side. This side, my intent is for when I do harvesting. Right here, this pocket is pretty big, so I put a buttonhole here. So I just picked a button out of my stash. I have pins right now because my sister said she was tired of me not having pins. So I pinned a 1/4 inch. It's like a 1/4 inch under. I think that's a quarter no more than a half. So I ironed it first, and then I pinned it in place so that it's not flopping around. So the only thing that's really pinned is the pocket. Not It's not necessarily pinned to here. It's only pinned at the top and a couple spots down the side. So with the top of this pocket, I end up interfacing it with a regular power interfacing. I doubled it so that it gives some stability. Also, when I sewed this piece on here, I actually did right side to wrong side. I think that's what it's called. Right side to wrong side. I'll think about it. So that I can flip it over, and I did a stitch so that it does not roll over. I wanted it to stay towards the back. I went on and ran a stitch towards the edge as well as over here, so that it actually encased it or laid it down. And I wanted those layers because of the fact I didn't want it to be flopping around, and it's a hole. Plus, I needed that because I knew I was going to actually put a buttonhole here. All right, so then after that, I did a little decal here, offset the same way, basic stitch. I didn't want to do nothing complicated because I just didn't. Up here, there is a lot of interfacing. Up at the top, I did a lot. It's probably 4 layers of interfacing. So I interfaced the main material with the basic. Then I came back and with the basic pell line, and then I interfaced the black piece because it's a cotton. I interfaced it twice with a basic, and then I found a stiffer crafty one, and I actually put some spots right here, and I did that because I plan to grommet it. I want to use grommets on it. The size is not ready, and all I'm going to do for the sides once I get the strap done is literally do a double fold. I may do a double fold, I may do a single fold, but most likely I'm going to do a double fold because I'm extra like that. So to encase all the stitching, and I will take the strap once once I get it done and sewn, I'll slide it in here first before I actually attach it, and it'll get sewn in and secured twice. So that's where I've gotten to. So I'll be putting grommets here. So the neck piece, I mean, you probably was wondering where the heck it is. I decided that I was going to make me a detachable neck piece. My detachable neck piece, a lot of times I do have issues with it not being long enough or being too long. And then you have to take and tie it. I have a one that it goes around your neck, down the sides of the apron, and ties in the back. But then I always have to play around to get it to fit right. So I decided I try this. And these are 2 swivel hooks. I think they're 1.25 inches, I believe. 1.25 inches. And then I have this. It took me a minute. I don't know if I recorded me putting this together, but So what I did with this, I interfaced both pieces, both the main fabric as well as the accent fabric. And then I sewed a 1/2 inch. I made sure that, so you can see the accent fabric, how I did that, I made sure that this piece was a 1/2 inch, I believe a 1/2 inch smaller than the basic piece so that it would show. So I can slide this strap up and down. So I like the fact that it's adjustable this way, and it's not going to spend time moving. But it was a way for me to sit up there and utilize and basically practice playing with putting swivel, because I want to do a couple duffel bag projects, and to do those duffel bag projects I need to practice. What is popping? Yes, and during the process of me trying to finish this apron, my needle broke. Sometimes it's cool, I ain't bothered, but when you want to get something finished, you just don't need nothing to slow your process. But got changed, rethreaded, and was back into action. Okay, so now I'm actually finishing up the straps. I did do like a bias fold, so it's folded 3 times in half, and then I matched the edges to the middle, basically like you would have bias tape, double fold bias tape. But I folded it down and sewed up and down both sides, and just double fold the side of the apron where it was to be located and encase the edges to the bottom. And that was pretty much all that needed to be done to this apron to get it finished. And of course, you have to have 2 done, and that's what I did. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm saying and 11 times. Okay, here we go again. Y'all know how I am. I like to touch my hair. Don't ask me why. It is what it is. All right, we have come to another end of a video. First of all, I had to apologize. There's no intro to this one. Sort of the intro is like in the middle of it. Hopefully I have given some information, good information that you can use. One, I have to apologize because I was supposed to drop a actual close-up picture of the pattern that I used to make this apron. Can't find the pattern. It's normal in my life because I have a bad habit of not putting things where it belongs. Apologies. So, but it's a basic, simple kind of apron. Hopefully I can find the picture that I did take of myself in it, and I can drop it at the end of this video. No guarantees, because I've already been using this apron. I love it. I like it. Of course, there's always, when you try something out and you're doing something different, you always can find something to improve upon it or to adjust it. So, but I like the fact, one, I like the fact that the pocket is huge. I like the fact that the strap around the neck is adjustable. I need to get used to remembering to adjust it when I'm wearing the apron. And I say that because how deep the pocket is, which was meant specifically for me doing harvesting. I can't grab stuff out of it as easily. Probably the other thing I would change, I would actually have either a small pocket or maybe some tabs or something to house my work tools, because the slender pocket that I created, I can fit my hand in with no problem. But if I want to carry more than one tool, that's where it goes. It's just a little too deep. I may just, so that I don't have to like tear it apart, I may just literally take and sew that long short pocket, or short this way, not long and long this way, maybe run a stitch, securing stitch, after I wash it, I will probably do that. And that's pretty much it. But it's one of your basic kind of aprons. It really didn't take me long. It took me longer to design the motif that I put on it and the wording on this apron. I'll probably find something else that I can word it with. I don't know. I just I my thing is just to have fun creating and making stuff that I can utilize around my house, especially with my gardening. So this is the end of that video. I appreciate y'all watching. Let me know what you think. See, let me know if you like the look of it. I did not videotape everything. I realized that afterwards, and I got to do better. Some of the videos that you will be seeing come up, they'll be kind of a blend of different things, and the only reason why is because I have to purge my videos. I have 2 gigs, no, almost 2 terabytes of videos and pictures on my Google. That's too many. I need to clean it out. And as soon as I think I got it done, yeah, I don't have it all done. It happens. But I love to play with fabric. That's what it boils down to. I love to play with fabric and try new things out and try new things out. So hopefully I can get another project done this week. I do want to do the projects I do plan to do that are may or may not video. I have some alterations that I need to complete, some dresses that need to be, sometimes you order offline, not offline, order online, and they say it's one size. It don't always be one size. So I got to do some of that alteration, and I want to make some items for my grandkids. I would like them to have a couple other things so that if we go somewhere special. Because, most of the time in the summer, the kids are just going to be playing in their play clothes. I just want them to have a couple other things. Plus, it'll help me clean out my stash of fabric, which I got too much. Okay. So, yeah. We're going to, so that probably is not going to happen this week. That's probably most likely going to happen next week as far as the projects for my grandkids. I will probably do shorter videos of those, maybe what it is, maybe a couple of the fabrics. I'll show you the fabrics that I plan to use and the actual item. It'll probably be more likely the completed item versus the actual process because kids' clothes take way less time. It's just a matter of getting behind the sewing machine and sewing it. So I'm going to do that and probably next week. But I appreciate y'all watching. Oh, be on the lookout for the, corresponding hat video. I made a hat to go with my apron. Y'all just have to see it. I love it. Anyway, well, if you was on Facebook, you probably seen the completed project, but I actually have a video for y'all of me actually making it. Let's see what happens. Y'all have a good one. Thank you for watching. Catch y'all the next time. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know what you think. Y'all have a good one. Bye.